welcome to my channel. I have created a new series that is called as Flower Power. So in this series I'll be explaining different types of flowers and giving you different varieties and like which flower is made from what and what can be substituted for which flower. So all these details will be given in this series. So today I am uploading my first video regarding this series. So this is called as 10 types of wheat flowers. So I have come up with 10 different types of wheat flowers in this video. So go ahead and watch the video, detailed content of the video, and let me know did you like it or not. Please do subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. Thank you.
So as you can see here, these two elements are very essential for the properties of a wheat flour: the ability to form gluten and its protein quality. So on the protein quality will be determining whether the wheat is a soft wheat or a hard wheat. So if for the hard wheat, the protein and the gluten contents are very high, and these hard wheat is usually used in the bread and to make rotis, pastries and pastas. And for the soft wheat, low gluten and protein quantities are there. So all purpose flour is usually made from soft wheat, and these are soft wheat is used to make bakery items like cakes, biscuits, because of its crumbly texture. The next important part here is the structure of wheat seed. So the outer part is the bran, the middle part is the endosperm, and the innermost part is called as the germ. So bran usually contains fiber with vitamins and minerals, and endosperm is a starchy carbohydrate with few proteins and vitamins only, and germ is usually packed with nutrients like B and E vitamins and healthy fats. So here bran and germ are considered as the most nutrient rich in the wheat in our wheat seed, and the endosperm is not that much healthy. So moving on to the first wheat flour, that is the whole wheat flour. This wheat flour is usually used by like everyone. So rotis are made out of whole wheat flour, and this wheat flour is made from red hard wheat. So it has a grainy texture, it is not that much fine, and it has endosperm, germ and bran content, so its nutrient values is high. So let's move on to the next wheat flour, and that is white wheat flour. White wheat flour is same as the red wheat flour, but only the white wheat flour has a milder color, and it has a milder taste than the red wheat flour. Otherwise all the contents are the same. It contains endosperm, germ and bran, and its nutrient values are same as that of the red wheat flour, and it can be used as a substitute for the whole wheat flour. Next, moving ahead, we will move to all-purpose flour. So all-purpose flour is usually made only from the endosperm, and it is both the hard and the soft wheat, and its texture is very soft, and it is soft because of the endosperm. And this flour usually is flaky, and it adds some lightness to it. And all-purpose flour is usually used to make bakery items, we use it into a house, which is all-purpose flour is also called as maida. So we use it to make bakery products like cakes, pastries, etc. Moving ahead is the self-rising flour. So self-rising flour is usually often confused with the all-purpose flour. So self-rising flour is made by adding baking powder and sold to the all-purpose flour. So as the name suggests, it's used to make something which will rise, like your cakes which you want to make them more fluffier, or biscuits you want to make them more fluffier. So, and it has a light texture just like all-purpose flour, and it has some amount of nutrient value, that is from 8 to 9% of protein. It is recommended to use self-rising flour only when the recipe calls out for the same. Do not use all-purpose flour if your recipe calls out for a self-rising flour, or vice versa, or else your recipe is not going to give good results. Next is a cake and pastry flour. So as the name suggests, this flour is usually used to make cake or pastries. So this flour actually gives a lighter texture, and just like all-purpose flour, and it's more it makes cakes more tender and soft. And it can be used as a substitute for all-purpose flours if you do not like the texture of the cakes you make from the all-purpose flour. And it is the same way, it is made only with the endosperm, so its nutrient value is very less than that of the self-rising flour. Also, it is only from 6 to 10% of protein is present, and it has more amount of starch content in it than of the protein. Moving ahead with the next variety is the bread flour. So bread flour is typically used to make bread only. So this flour gives a nice structure to the bread. It raises it well, and it provides ample air holes to make a good quality bread. So this flour is typically used by professional bakers to make yeast bread or rolls and buns out of it. So the protein content is very high, and it contains gluten in it, and this is made of a hard wheat, and the nutrient value is a little bit more, and is from 10% to 14%, and this is made from barley flour. So moving ahead with the next type is a gluten flour. So gluten flour is also made from barley flour, and it has the starch content mostly removed, and protein content is only usually more than the all-purpose flour. So it is same as the bread flour, but only when you do not have a bread flour, so you can use this gluten flour with the normal flour to make it into a bread flour, and you can make your bread again with it, and this will also yield a good quality bread. So moving ahead with the next type is our semolina flour. Semolina flour is also called as rava in Hindi or Marathi. So semolina is usually made by keeping the germ, bran and endosperm. So obviously it is high in nutrient, and it is made from either hard wheat or soft durum wheat, and it has a coarse texture. It is very coarse. It has small granules in it, and it is usually used for making pastas, pizzas, shevai or gnocchis. It is highly used to make these things. So moving ahead with the next type is a double zero flour. It is also called as a doppio zero flour, and this flour is usually the finest part of the durum wheat, which we have used, which is used in the semolina flour. So only endosperm is present, and the bran and the germ are totally removed for this, and this gives us this flour is very powdery in texture, so it gives a silky texture to our pastas and pizzas, and this makes it this flour is suitable for the chewy texture of the pasta. It has derived its name as 00 from the Italian system. So where there is a scale from 2 to 00, where 2 is being the coarse form of the flour, and 00 is the refined form of the flour, which is in a powdery texture, baby powder type texture. So last is the white lily flour. So it is made only from the endosperm, and it is very light and tender, and is usually used to make fluffy cakes, biscuits, pie doughs, and these items which are lighter and fluffier in texture. So I hope this clears the confusion between different flours. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll meet you in the next video regarding different types of other flours. Please like my video if you like the content, and please subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. Thank you.